live. And so, welcome everybody to another day in Strixhaven. I'll be starting our last member will be joining us shortly, and in the meantime, there'll be a myriad of screens in our top left. I do apologize. That's just easier to get it set up now than later. Um, so we are joining our part. We will do a brief rundown. Well, actually, I think we will start in the last scene before we get kind of a montage going with you guys in the first class of the your bestiary studies with Professor Sid. What's your name? I assume you know because you're obsessed with her.
I have her name.
I don't remember her name. Why would I need to know that?
Berelda Lang, Witherbloom, Eladrin.
Yes. With Professor Lang, one of your classmates whose name you did eventually get off table. His name was Cletus. When she left with a couple of your party members to go deal with another issue with some relic sloths, another beast of the area, he decided to go mess with the young onkegs that were slept in as your first lesson.
What a stupid idea.
Yeah, good thing that none of you guys wanted to do that.
I'm telling you.
And after he nearly died, and a couple of you had some brushes with death as well, you were able to subdue these young onkegs, which are, for those of you who don't know, are large, basically massive insects. And Professor Lang came back in after this whole kerfuffle was over, in a bit of fiery passion and anger at this thing occurring, but she was also grateful that you did, in fact, handle the situation. And that's kind of where we left it. Another thing that happened is you guys all leveled up, and we're actually going to go through a kind of a short montage of what that kind of looks like here in Strixhaven. So for each of you, I've kind of thought about what you get from the game, to try to figure out where you'd best be learning some of these things from. And I'll start with Alar, since you're up there at the top of my screen. Oh, okay. And what you got a subclass, correct? And a couple more spells.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So for you specifically, Alar. Blade singing. There was some of this that you kind of already knew with blade singing that you were just trying to implement better just with your training in war and song. Essentially, that's what it's called. But there was a bit of this, and it came natural to you with some of your classes. It fit to. I don't have that open. Your class lists, but that is fine. I'll get that because I don't need it as much for you. Specifically, one of the things in your first week or two, maybe we might have like a week, 2 weeks here that we're gonna be jumping at this time. But one of the things in your Order of the Blade, that club that you're in, that was noted for you, is that you don't have very good armor class. So you were trained a bit better. Like, okay, here's how to fight in armor, and that's kind of where that will come from a little bit, is from your training with Professor Tervis, I believe is his name. Tervis Sharpwing sounds right. Something close to that. It's pretty on the nose. External casting, incumbency, ethics and philosophy. And you actually are in the Art of Eloquence as a class too.
Yeah.
That will be a part of a part of that as well. You're able to weave your words more into that song. And then, Kat, have you picked 2 invocations yet? If not,
I believe I have.
okay, what are they? If you...
I'm going to pick Agonizing Blast
Uh-huh.
and Armor of Shadows.
Uh-huh. Yep. Great. And so you would have picked some of that up in a mix of your simple hexes and your club that's called the Black Hand, which realistically a lot of that is like, hey, you made a deal with a greater being. How are you going to live with your life right now? It's not necessarily like a group. I can't think of like the word I want to say before group, but it kind of is. He is Tyvash, I think,
Support.
is the a support group. Tyvash is the leader of that, and he specifically works with some of the demons, versions of demons in Strixhaven that I can't think of off the top of my head what they're called. And in fact, there are some. You have probably found out that there are some classes. There's at least one class that is taught by a demon, or equivalent, here as well. So he is just kind of helped you like how to, kind of best to, as he says it, steal power from these greater beings. But it's not always that kind of relationship with the warlock. Sometimes you have a very strangely giving and weird and uncomfortable for everybody else patron. Matya, yours is fun. At some point during these 2 weeks, you're getting all you guys do get to go through and get like some tours of the campus, and
I actually do have a couple of classes that are probably taught on that campus too.
Yeah. So at some point though, you get like a little bit of free time while you're out there, and you remember that you had you were given a location where to drop something off. Like I think that she gave you acorns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you get the chance to go to the grove specifically that she told you. You have to ask around a little bit, but you're directed by some of the not students but staff know a little bit better, because there are some older individuals that might remember her from her time. And you go to a grove there to plant, and while you're there, you do get a sense that you're being watched by something.
Okay, so he kneels down. He begins to sort of like almost spur the growth a little bit of druidcraft, and then as he notices this presence, he sits up and kind of looks around, almost annoyed that it like this presence has disturbed this what he perceived to be sort of ritualistic in a way.
And as you what? No art. I'm literally looking at the art. Okay, fine. Sorry. You just get the actual card art, I guess. Oh, and I forgot that we have the bot on there on Discord now. You look and you see kind of a white face. And it kind of, but it has fiery red eyes. Fuck. It's not in this one. Oh.
It's all good.
Fuck. Bullshit.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Okay.
I can see it. I know you might want to show it on other channels, but
and this is going to be your first interaction with your fiery spirit.
Okay.
You do feel some kind of connection, some kind of drawn aspect to this, and there is a flame about it. Not necessarily bursting into flame, but you
right.
can tell that something about Rin's time here might have caused or has some kind of influence over potentially this, and it does just kind of follow you around. You don't notice it at first, but you just do notice it around you once it's met you. It kind of sticks around until you kind of, okay, come here.
Yeah. So as I like hold out my hand, he kind of like nuzzles into it for a second, and as he touches, you see, like you said, these small sort of blue flames every so often licking up from the top of his fur and off the tips of his tail and stuff. Yes. And after this brief interaction, I think he would kind of run off again for a little while.
Yep. That's really cool.
Yeah, he like kind of burst into flame for a second, like you said, and
you realize that this is something that you can call upon in a few different ways. I'll talk a bit more. You might decide if you. I think that I'm going to limit the actual like familiar aspect. Like you can use it as the book says. Like you can use it. Like, someone find familiar using a slot, but you can also, which is not the best way to do it for you because you probably want to. I might. And as time goes on, you might have him. He might be around more permanently, but he's still a little bit skittish with you, so he's not going to be there all the time. But he can be there at a moment's notice. You have bonded to that degree. You've realized that one of the professors that you have. Let's see, which one would it have been? At least what class would it have been for? Probably both your intro to evocation and arcanobotany, because she's Lang also teaches the magical beast class. They kind of give you a bit more information about these and they aren't uncommon, and it is kind of uncommon for them to actually bond, especially that quickly. And then for Amon, you get ton of stuff. So you spend a lot of time in the library, I'd imagine. And you end up finding a tome that sparks your interest in particular by a mage named Teferi from Dominaria. And you study a bit from that, and actually, as you're told, it's a pretty complicated process, but you do start to understand the inner workings of some time magic, and all the dangers therein when you go with meddling with time is one of Teferi's biggest things in his tomes. Always.
I feel like that whole book is just okay. So you found the book, but don't do anything, and here's why.
The beginning of the book is actually the end because you read it in weird orders because of time stuff. And then
my favorite flavor text from this set is Introduction to Prophecy. Final grades are posted on the first day of class. I got a picture, some art they had commissioned for Emon in the Strixhaven.
And Finn, you get grades and soft so I get you for Jack of all trades. You've never really gotten a chance to immerse yourself in an area like this, so you were very quick to pick up things, but then want to pick up another thing immediately too. So you are not quite mastering anything, but you are definitely immersing yourself in just learning mostly. And curious for you how you were gonna reflavor your Song of Rest and what that might look like. I actually am not gonna. I don't have a good answer.
Yeah. I'll have to think about it.
Okay. That's
When I first use Song of Rest, I'll have something, but that'll be a while because I don't care about these guys. It's like I learned how to do this, and I'm like, I will take the secret to my grave.
Drex is hard at work studying up on artifacts and things. He actually has learned temporary enchantments for a few things. He picks up 4 infusions that he knows, and he can apply 2 of them whenever he has, and he gets those from Intro to Runes, Ancient Artifact Club, and Intro to Enchantments, I think, is the class that is. And that brings us to Garrus. And you're not having the best time just because you don't. You get to do stuff, but you're definitely out of your element still, and you understand.
Just multi-class warlock.
And one of those things for you too is that you've not really had, can't really cast spells. You have some cantrips, but you don't really know spell work. And in one of these nights, you do have a dream, and it's you facing just a woman that you seem like you recognize, but you don't quite know where to place it for a bit. Her face seems to be everything a little bit too, but it settles to. Let's make a history check.
All right.
DC's not super high. Just want to see if.
Well, my it is not super high, so
Yeah, that's why.
see what happens. 12.
Yeah. You think that you're pretty sure that the face that you're seeing is your mother. But
You said it's like I'm facing her as in fighting someone.
no.
I'm just facing. I'm just looking at.
I mean, if that's what you think you do in your dream, yeah, I meant facing.
To your mother.
Facing.
Okay.
I meant literally just you are looking at. And she's quiet and just contemplative, looking at you for a time.
Contemplative?
Sure. And
No.
And the area around you is it's not empty, but it is. It's kind of wash, like it's like almost like you're in some kind of hazy, watery almost setting, and she just stares at you for a bit, and she seems to look past you, and you can kind of see, you actually see a star arch behind you, if you were to turn around, and you can see Strixhaven there as well. And,
Can I ask a question? So, to my knowledge, both Finn and I have experienced our mother when she was in her state of not being right mentally.
Finn hasn't. Finn didn't.
Finn's okay.
Finn really did not meet your mother.
Okay, all right. So I at least have.
Yes. You would have been about 4 when she would have left.
So
right, you're about how many years apart are you?
2.
Okay, you would have been about 2.5, 2.5 to 3 when she left.
Okay.
That is it. That's why it was a DC. Like, it's like, okay, you have some memories, but not many, and they're not very well formed.
Okay, so is her facial expression reminiscent of what I remember, or does it seem different? Does there seem to be clarity? Does she still seem to not all be there? Is that too much detail for a 2-year-old to remember?
No. At least you can apply what you know about people now. She make an insight check.
Okay. Inside is worse. Inside is worse than intelligence. So 4.
You're
Gosh, why aren't you just good at
unsure,
everything?
especially with the face kind of shifting at the beginning. It's not
Mhm.
quite clear. It isn't quite clear. Her clarity is definitely not a thing. It's her face does still kind of have a shifting aspect to it, but this is kind of what it's sticking to for the most part.
Mhm.
And then you just hear a voice as she looks past you. Interesting. I think you'll need this. And then the next day when you wake up, you have spellcasting. Also, you have a fighting style as well. That is something you picked up on your own, though. She didn't. This entity did not help you with that. You either a mix of sticking around and hanging out with Alar in the Order of the Blade a little bit.
I'm going to say this because of things that are precedent has already been set. Garrus would probably not have done anything if it involved Alar. He would have probably tried to do it on his own because Alar did a terrible thing last session, which is take a kill away from him.
Took both kills from you?
Yes. It's a thing. It is now canon.
He just figured that he needed to show you how it was done, so that
that right there, things like that is why Garrus went somewhere and lifted heavy things up and dropped them down until he could reroll 1s and 2s.
Excellent.
Will, when you get a chance, I need you to fix my character art.
Okay. I will probably do that not tonight. No,
yeah, no worries.
Tonight. I'll do it probably right now.
Okay.
It's easy.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, I remember that I have it. Actually, because I have it, I've done this already. That means that it's there. Is it in Tokenizer? Where is Tokenizer?
Is that a little bit arrow? Hey, Cameron.
Ooh, that's an obscure one. What set is that?
All of them. Every set.
I have some fun trivia. Mountain, if I'm not mistaken, is it the only card that's in every single set? I think, yeah. Because Arabian Nights has a mountain. It doesn't have any other lands, any other basic lands. They forgot to print the other basic lands in Arabian Nights. So it is the only card.
There's in every set.
You were absolutely correct when you said mountains in every set, because that's the one. Which, in fact, though, means, as a matter of course, that mountain is the best card in Magic, because they never have.
Yeah, and therefore so is Blood Moon, so you can...
Right, absolutely. Yeah, so run Blood Moon in every deck, and your friends will be super happy about it whenever it resolves.
I think that, give me 1 second. Let me go get my book real quick.
Also, I love that Sid and I both retreated for a moment to grab beverages and returned, and he came back with a nice crystal glass with some red wine in it, and I came back with a fucking Bud Light.
I'm just glad Sid's using a cup.
Okay, that'll be...
Is that the wine from the party?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how it is.
It's great.
Sid's getting a bottle.
I'm getting something for Javis.
Yeah, here it is.
So we are...
Okay, alright. Just gonna go ahead and cut that off, alright.
As a running gag, I do this just to annoy Chavis. So I'm the only one in my household that drinks Arizona green tea. So I just drink it out of the jug because I drink it a lot and I like it. And I have cups, but for a long time Chavis just was not convinced, but was ragging on me, saying I just did not own vessels of this size with which to put liquid in. So last week I had a cup and I was like, "Hey, yo, Chavis, this is like one of my favorite cups. It's really great. I use it to drink water. This is what I drink tea from."
I think that we are now that I'm done narrating to you guys for a little bit. I think we're gonna rejoin unless you guys have anything particular that you guys are interested in doing yourselves just around campus. You want to kind of throw me off guard with. I think that
The excuse for Veronica and Drex last session.
Yeah. So you guys had to were
Do
asked
cool things.
to help with. That Professor Lang was called out of the classroom to deal with some issues with a beast called the Relic Sloth. That I will. If you follow that reply in Discord, you'll get a picture of one. And if you want to tell me what you did to help, what the issue was necessarily, you guys that she needed help with, if you want to get that, and AJ's not here, so you get all the creativity, and how you might have dealt with a couple of not rampaging, but like kind of rampaging, really like big nasty creatures, not nasty creatures, but big. I think that she picked Drex because he's small and they're big and like
Easily crushed,
mice.
right?
No.
Oh. Setting us up for failure.
He fits in places.
Well, if anyone asks Veronica how we quelled the beasts, she will say...
Veronica, how did you end up quelling that beast?
I just sang them to sleep.
Remind me never to let you sing to me.
Yeah, your voice.
I have a great voice, though.
It is a voice. So voicey.
Well,
It's a lot of sound.
A lot of
At
sound.
once.
A lot of sound. All at once. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
is anyone having trouble sleeping?
No, actually, no. I
I don't know.
can do that all on my own. It's
under my
Okay.
bed.
Good. I've heard there are people that can't, so offering
well,
my services.
none here. Well done, though. Glad you made it back safely.
Yeah, so we're going to. We're leaving. We're walking out of care for magical creatures.
I retracted that we were going to start there. I went ahead and gave us a bit of all those things happened. You leveling up did not happen to me. It happened over the next week or so of you being here. So
Okay.
we have kind of have an open-ended where I have an idea of where we could go directly.
Okay. Yeah. Just that's fine.
No. I know. I said something and then I immediately decided I didn't want to do that.
Got it. Fair enough. We're at the tavern.
You can kind of do whatever you want. We can go wherever you guys want it, whatever. As long as it's gonna. I didn't actually necessarily have to be all together, but the next, yeah.
Aylar is going to attempt to learn more about Aurora and figure out what impresses her, and try and fail miserably at doing those things in the way that only Aylars can.
Make a charisma investigation check.
Okay. Do I have investigation? Is the question. I do not. Okay. That total is going to be a 15 because I rolled a 15.
You added history to your stuff, right?
Yeah. So I've got proficiency in acrobatics, arcana, history, perception, and performance. And I have performance.
Arcana?
I was told yes, arcana, because I'm from South Carolina. I think I was supposed to pick another thing, wasn't I?
Yeah, sorry. You picked history, but already had it, and I think it's
I picked it again.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Just like get expertise, right?
No.
That's right. I'll take sleight of hand because I'm a performer.
Am
I supposed to have expertise? No.
No, not yet.
God damn it.
Goodbye. I'm down.
Did he just fall?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he
I
just
would-
fell into a
I would-
pile of beer cans.
I went to grab a pencil. Oh well.
Your cat is so worried about you.
She'll be alright.
Will you
Are
be
you
all right?
okay?
Yeah. The beer can't stop my fall. Could have been so much worse.
Oh,
What I'm
oh
more concerned
God,
about is that I
Cameron, you're
knocked my
such
pencil over.
a trash human. I can't believe you and Will live together. I'm just like,
Oh, it worked out great.
yeah, and that
How
neither
was
of
the
you
moving
noticed
out process?
Simple. We just threw it all in a bag.
everything in a bag because everything was
Well,
garbage. It was a garbage bag.
Two bags. Do it all in two
My
bags.
problem in college was just laundry. That was it. That was the everything. I was not clean otherwise, but I didn't have a lot of stuff there. It was just laundry was my issue for the most part in my dorm room. Yeah. So she's kind of aloof for sure. So she's not very open, but she does have some friends, and she has her own group of people that she tends to be with, kind of like you guys. But music is definitely one of the things that she is interested in. She does not seem as like while she's a Dampier, she doesn't, other than like the aesthetic. That's the only side of it that she really leans into it all. You also do find out that this is a name that she has chosen. This is not her. You don't know what her name was, but this is Aurora Luna Winterstar is not her given name.
It's like a stage name.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's something that's been picked, and she is at least known to a degree. She was known before she ever got, like, there are people who, like, oh, they've seen her perform in other areas at some point, but that's kind of what you pick up there.
I may have not been here for this, or may have just forgotten. She's a Dampier. Do we know what school she's part of?
She is a first year, but she is interested in
Okay.
Bloom.
You said Luna Winterstar?
Aurora Luna Winterstar.
And that's spelled Winterstarr.
Of course it is.
I'm so sorry. You said Witherbloom?
Yes.
Okay.
But she is a first year.
She got a double R thing going on.
Oh yeah, she picked. It's her decision. I had to be extra.
Alar thinks it's the prettiest name he's ever.
She's gonna put a double R in his name.
Alar. Hey, I said that too, by the way.
He earned his name. It's spelled the way it's spelled. He can't change it. He would need to earn a different one.
I think that over this time I will have entreated Iman to just some casual, like, back and forth chess.
I imagine you found me at the library, and I've got my unseen servant. I'm grabbing books off the top shelf with my mage hand, just and this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then...
You know, that can. I think they can only hold 10 pounds as the books. Oh, yeah.
Oh dear. Right. It's new. Still
Yeah.
trying to... it's limit testing is... Really?
Yes. What you really needed was there's a spell called floating disc. I think it can hold thousands of pounds of books, or other things theoretically. But
I have to look that one up. I think it's actually in rubbages around the ground. I think it's actually in this one.
While this is happening, V is going to be practicing her stealth that she's learned with her Black Hand group, and will do her best to go around Amon and tap him on the shoulder and run away.
Did I get a perception check for this? I think.
Yeah, we can, sure. Especially if you're.
I definitely want to see this.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do contested.
Roll one. Roll.
I guess since
Would it be
I am
stealth?
I guess since I'm facing him on, could I have advantage?
No, you.
Or did I just see her?
Yeah,
She's not invisible in any way. She's just
Correct.
okay. Yeah,
She is
Mm.
specifically hiding from Amon.
right.
What was that?
I got a 19.
Oh yeah, no. He has.
Yeah, that was a mod going. What was that?
You tap him on the shoulder and then slip through the bookshelves as they like somebody's winding them, and like you know how they like how some libraries have when just a safe space.
Oh, the shelves
Yeah,
move.
and the person who's freaks out and stops, but Amon doesn't see you.
What was what?
Finn, I don't want to be alarmist, but I think there might be ghosts in this library.
Oh, sure. But what's a ghost? A geist. Geist.
Well, it's, I suppose, the same thing, yeah? A little different
probably.
pronunciation, I don't...
Yeah.
You do hear that laugh though. You hear
See?
if this-
You see?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I think you're right. Probably haunted as fuck in here. How many students do you think? Wandering through the shelves.
Well, they did
Lose
say
track of
that.
time. Lose their way. Can't make it back to the cafeteria. Die
A
of
second
starvation.
pass, this time at his ribs, like behind where his kidney is.
You can make this one with advantage, Amon. I'll let you keep your roll though, Veronica.
Oh.
Are we all the library?
I would actually like to help
Oh, Veronica.
Veronica by
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
Iman up. So
Do you
so she rolls with advantage too?
Yeah, or bardic inspiration potentially.
No, I'm not. I think that would be. I don't know how surreptitiously I can use that, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can roll again, Veronica,
Are we all in the library?
if you want to be. This was kind
Me?
of. I think that they were. I presumed this was like before chess club meeting. That's what. Like, it's like,
yeah, I was coming to get Iman to walk with him to chess club.
Speaking of which, I have a very important question, Will. I don't remember what my extracurriculars are. I only remember one of them.
You're in bodybuilders and silk ball.
Okay.
And,
Oh, were you here when we learned that bodybuilders is
Yes.
Stitchers?
Was not,
Does
but-
Jerry know? Does Jerry know? Yes. Does Garrus know? Absolutely not.
Oh, he does. You have now
Yes, since
Yeah.
been to a couple meetings and have figured it out. But
Mhm.
at some point, you also think that maybe they need someone to test it against, and maybe that you'll get to fight the robotics team. And
the robotics team?
Wait,
Yeah.
did I had a job as well, or did
Yes,
not? I
your
thought it was
job
like the.
is stadium cleanup is what you.
Yeah,
Is what
okay.
You were down to 2 and you rolled a die to pick whichever one you want.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So I'll feel the touch of my robes and reach back and grab your hand and be like, some ghost you are.
I was
You
just
too?
coming to tell you that I think I heard something back there.
Of course, naturally. Mhm. You're very funny. You're both very funny.
We
I
got
had nothing to
you.
do with it. What is this we?
Oh, come on, you were in it.
An admission
You
of
were
guilt?
having fun, Mr. I Like Tea.
What's wrong with tea? You're right.
It's just
That's,
kind of
that hurts.
boring, you know.
Boring.
Um,
That really hurts.
Please help me pick up these books. This is a lot of books.
Well, I would
Uh,
probably be in the library, but I'm actually looking up something very specific and probably have seen this commotion and trying not to be a part of this group of people who
Yes.
act like they like to be in the library.
we have a club to go to, don't we? Bodybuilding, you know. I mean, I'm not actually in it, but I go with you sometimes, right? Yeah, let's go.
We should
Why do you want to go to
Oh,
the
there's-
bodybuilding club?
Get me out of here.
Oh,
I
Did
can hear you.
you put yourself here?
They
Bye.
really walked up on us.
I really did not mean to. It had more to do with the fact that Veronica called me over.
Oh,
While I was-
Garrus. You're big and strong. Help us pick these books up.
No.
I thought
Please.
you like picking things up and putting them down. You just pick them up here and put them down at that table.
Hey, Garrus, can you tell me just rough estimate? Because like I'm thinking about a regiment myself. Can you tell me how heavy that book is?
I'm not.
If you just pick it up, can you get a good idea? Do you think you could accurately tell me? I challenge you. Do you think you can accurately tell me how heavy that book is?
Will, can I roll an intelligence check to see how easily I can be manipulated?
You can do whatever you want in this regard. I'm not causing it.
No, I'm not picking up. We have done this before.
I think it needs to be a contest roll against his charisma. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, if we're going for it, we want to go for it.
I will make a persuasion check, but I won't hold you to anything. I'm just curious.
I think that you definitely know your brother and know what he's doing.
Yeah.
We've
I
done
was
this
17 on my
before.
persuasion, so that makes sense.
I am not doing this for you.
Damn. I need that modify memory spell.
What?
I think it's in this one, actually.
Oh, okay. Go have fun with your
I'm
funny
going.
friends.
Will, I was in the library because I was looking up one word commands because that's the only reason I would come to the library to look up one word commands. Yeah.
Are you lost, Garrus? Do you need to know the way to the front? It's actually so. If you go down past the second listening room, take a right by.
My sense of direction is perfectly fine. Thank you, though.
Okay.
All right, pal.
Just
go.
It's good to see you, as always.
Pick that heavy stuff up.
This is why I hate the library.
I love you too. See you later.
I turn around and leave to go to bodybuilding.
He's a very warm character, isn't he?
So warm. I had used him as a heater before, but you didn't mean that. Look, rough nights. Okay, these books.
As Garrus is leaving, can I try and tap his shoulder and stealth?
Yeah.
Are you not both going to bodybuilding?
Well, I already left because he didn't come immediately.
Hmm.
But now I'm just waiting because I know he will.
Yep. You'll definitely
Stupid flies. What kind of fly?
Yeah. As you turn, look the other way. Veronica is actually she tapped you on the right. She's walking with you now on the other side.
Are you excited about clubs?
I suppose.
I'm really excited to be around the dead bodies and manipulate them and put them together and apart.
Oh, there are people in Innistrad who like things like that. I believe there was a brother and sister or something. They like to build.
Were they twins?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It's a story.
I know twins that liked dead bodies, but actually I think they're dead now.
Interesting.
We gotta go, we're gonna be late.
They typically don't need me for the actual bit. That's not important. Okay, let's go. And we walk to the bodybuilding club.
Yeah. And Liliana, Professor Vess is there, and really overseeing. Again, this isn't the first time you've met, but also you probably didn't even quite realize exactly what it was. The first meeting, you never actually do anything of clubs. She is more there as a supervisor than actually teaching, because she, as she'll be very prone to tell you, she does not really practice stitching, is what they would call it in Innistrad. She actually raises full-on zombies. And there are benefits to each. In some places, in some worlds, this club would be very morbid, and some people still think it is healing, but usually the bodies are, well, not usually, the bodies are donated, effectively. for magic.
For research.
Yeah, exactly.
For education.
Well, there's another thing. When you actually do know, there are many ways, like
The
versions
bodies?
of afterlife, so that, and you can actually, the souls do leave the body. So, oftentimes it's going to be someone that like actually can give permission afterwards, because they can ask the spirit, who has no use for the body. At least that's what most of the people who say yes are. That's mostly why that they say yes. Sometimes they just don't care at all, which is kind of the same thing as what I just said.
So you said, is this the first meeting or is this?
It would be the second.
Oh,
It's in the second.
Okay.
Yeah, you did the first meeting and they didn't talk, but you didn't actually see anyone doing anything. But they are actually doing some like you really just like putting fingers on different hands almost, and like trying to bring them to life for us. And this is essentially zombie robotics club, like the battle bots. That's what the club is.
Such a weird club.
And every now and then one of them will ask you like, hey, they kind of just need help, again, lifting heavy things.
Lifting heavy body
yeah.
parts.
And also kind of like getting interested and just making, like seeing what, not manipulating you at all, but like just seeing what you will do and what you won't, like just testing. Because it's really, they don't usually have...
Tell you what he won't do,
around...
he won't pick up books.
My comfort level around picking up dead things?
Well, and usually the part of the thing with the club is, and one of them will eventually tell you like, look, we're usually we trick one, I'm not gonna call, I don't mean it in this way, we get one kind of lughead that comes in and they think it's one thing and then they give up immediately, but you're staying around and we just at least want you to be included, I guess. I don't know. That's one of the second years is talking to you, like one of the older upperclassmen, like I don't want to take advantage of you, but also if you want to be
here, will you hold this?
So your goal is to convince someone who seems less intelligent than you to join the club, and then expect them to just leave when they realize what it is?
Typically, yeah, it's kind of fun. It's good for a laugh once a year.
Oh. Not very considerate of the person who might be interested in doing something and contributing to the campus, but... And I look at him with the straightest face possible, like I'm highly offended.
Make
and I said,
check.
Okay. Oh, what is this gonna be? Okay.
Sorry, I'm not in. I was like, and he looks kind of is taken aback for a second. Oh.
I'm joking. I need you to not take life so seriously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're also big. Sorry, I have seen you lift heavy things, as you say. And this person you're talking to, let's go ahead and get a random NPC generator.
Iman and I are walking I guess probably through the Biblioplex to wherever the chess club meets. It's probably in the Biblioplex.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the Biblioplex.
Pulling a bunch of like chess hypotheticals with minor illusion, just like halfway through a game in a very tight spot for the opposing team, and just kind of like getting his thoughts on how he would respond if he had been so unfortunate to have pushed himself into this corner.
So the I'll need to write this down too. The person that you're talking to, it introduces himself as Simon Wheatflow. He's
Simon Wheatflow, like wheat as in creamy wheat, cream of wheat.
The wheat
flow
flow
as
is
in
over.
like the water.
Creamy wheat.
Okay.
The wheat floweth over.
And
Jerry's mind is a treasure trove.
he has some kind of. While you're not familiar with elves too much,
Mm-hmm.
you have at least two in your group. He has some kind of. If you had to hazard a guess, he has some kind of elvish heritage. He has short, straight, golden hair and golden eyes. And almost it's pale but kind of a red tinge to his skin. All right, yeah, okay, well, that's okay. If you're cool, if you're cool, we're cool.
Of course, we're cool.
All right, cool.
Garrus is so cool.
Hey, I'm V. Are you in charge?
Oh, yes, this is Veronica. She likes dead things.
Well, this is.
I mean, I like more than just dead things. You don't have to put me in such a small box.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Pew, pew,
If
pew,
you wanna,
pew.
if you wanna. Yeah. No problem. We are definitely open to people participating as much as they want.
Cool. Fun to do stuff.
Yeah, we're just kind of we're going through some of the like not drills necessarily, but like easy.
You have drills?
I mean, we run our. Yes, yeah, actually, literal and figurative drills.
Cool.
Lobotomists.
Yeah, I didn't mean that at first. I'm like, oh wait, no, I meant like run like we do bots through our undead through courses and things sometimes. We're not really in developing. Don't have any that are developed that much right now. But no, we do have drills though, and there are some. And like he goes into explaining a bit more into what the drill like. How lobotomizing dead things can help either take off weight if they don't need the brain, and all that.
Sure.
Getting
Suck it all out with straw once you get that hole in the straw. Yeah.
So legally, when you buy a Hellcat
Lobotomist kit? Oh.
you're
What?
not allowed to buy it without the passenger seat and without the stuff in the back. They're not legally allowed to give it to you drag strip ready. You can't buy a car that fast, right? Because you got to cut weight for drag strips. They are legally allowed to sell you a big wrench, a big box for $1. It will come in the back of your Dodge Hellcat. That's all the stuff you need to get that shit out of there. Just get it out. You gotta go faster. Fun fact I know about Dodge Hellcat is I once looked it up because it's a fantastic car and I need it to go 30 miles an hour down the street in my neighborhood.
Right.
AJ
Like
shares
Blue Guy
his
Veyron.
opinion.
Except a Dodge is an American-made car, so it's actually good. Unlike a Bugatti, which is made in Italy, I think.
Oh.
It's gonna explode around the first corner.
Dead bodies. Where do you get them?
They're donated, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, cool. By
We all
who?
hope it is.
People
don't
who've
need their
died?
bodies anymore. That one.
Oh,
You know, the people who are going to die, the people who would rather have an out-of-body experience. Liches, maybe.
Oh no. We don't really. That's one thing that we're like. She doesn't. There is supervision. The lichdom is not a thing that anyone should strive towards, for many reasons.
Okay. Simon, we're getting a little intense again. I need you to
Yeah.
calm down. I'm once again making jokes.
That's-
You got
There's
jokes.
a there's just a line that it's really hard to. You don't want people to think that you're trying to be a lich, because then someone's gonna come and try to kill you eventually.
Oh.
I'm not trying to be a lich.
That's what
Bodybuilding club.
So if I want to get in a fight, I just tell people I'm becoming a lich.
Yeah, let's not. It's like
not what I
don't know if that's
somebody nearby sneakers. I think you have to be smart to become a lich.
Wow. Excuse me?
Wow. And
I'm sorry, I'm leaping in as other NPCs.
Because
that's
because
perfect,
Garrus knows.
That's perfectly fine, guys, as well, because there are I'm trying to do like 7 things at once right now too. So you're more than welcome as just like random voices every now and then. And at some points too, I might have you play NPCs like that are in. So if I do want to focus on a club that only one person's in, I don't want you to all sit there and do nothing. Like if I ever do like a focus in on that stuff. But yeah, no, that was perfect.
Because Garrus thinks that Veronica's crazy. Garrus is going to back up.
I think there's people I haven't met yet.
Right, Veronica. People you haven't met yet. Go make more friends.
I'm going to.
And we mean that in like the not literal sense.
And you are?
Just leaving.
Sorry.
You get
I was trying to fix my window.
Did you say you were calling at a window?
I was fixing my window, yeah. When we say make more friends, we don't mean like from scratch. It's really frowned upon. You need healthy relationships with living people. You cannot just have undead friends.
Personal experience?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, he walks away. Oh, my lord. Okay.
That was good.
Highly unexpected.
Okay, I think during some of this time, Matsia would like to attend the swordplay club with Alar because he was invited to do so after our first class together.
Ayla, you strike me. I'm Ayla.
You struck me as a handsome man. You know?
Stop
man who can pull.
Stop hitting yourself.
Matsi, I didn't think you'd be behind me. I was knocking myself in the mirror. Give us a pencil. You strike me as the kind of fellow who should be better with a sword than you showed yourself to be in that on-cake battle. Not to say that you're not good. I think the nerves might have gotten to you.
Yes, that was well, a rather poor performance for sure. But did your pep talk go well?
I believe so. I was going to see Aurora later, and she makes me feel nervous sometimes because she's very witty, and I try to keep up with her wit, and occasionally I make gaffes that are rather embarrassing.
For what it's worth, I think she's totally into you.
Oh, perhaps well, who could blame her? Honestly,
So you get the little like ear flaps with it and everything.
Well, if that sundial is correct, I believe we're about to be late for.
I believe we should probably go. Yes.
Yeah.
When you take off.
This is a club tot. I remembered that I do actually have pictures for some people. This club is led by Turvish Sharpwing, as I said before. He has a much more hands-on approach to leading this than Liliana does. So he has what you guys don't know, but it is essentially a quiver of Alona. And he has essentially he has some weapons that he can make out of light, like you see in this, but also it seems like he might have like a full arsenal just on his back at all times. And as you go through, as you do, make we'll do this. You guys can make. This is going to be an ability check, but I'll let you use your attack rolls for it.
I got an 8.
All right. Oh my gosh, I'm getting there. Attack roll. Normal. Oh, damn. 12.
That is correct. Hold on. Let me look at your cheat sheet real quick and see something. Nope. Yep, that's correct. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah. So he's going through, and he does notice that you're a new student, but he also doesn't seem to mind. That's clubs are like, you know, people come in all the time. You don't always have to be, especially in this kind of setting. He'd prefer people to learn under guidance than just trying it on their own. Alar, the armor's still holding you back a little bit, seems.
I'm still getting used to the weight of it. It's. I understand that it'll be helpful once I've got my head around it, but
that's understandable. You know what you're doing, and just again finding the balance is appropriate. Now the style you're definitely going to be a bit different fighter than he would be, more of the overhand, using your weight to your advantage, and so you're like, I don't know how you swordplay test, like how you train with this, so I'm making this all up, but I guess dummies or something. You're supposed to be.
Yeah, we'd probably have like wooden like stand-ins that have like various like outcroppings that you're meant to go through forms with.
Your form is mostly good, but it's the weight of the blade that will be useful here, that you need to make sure you're capitalizing on, but the force isn't always more about the motion, and he'll like switch out his swords, and he goes to like dueling scimitars, and you see him just very like whirling dervish, kind of like spinning them and very naturally, although I see you carry a shield, so that it's a bit different there too, but good form, good work so far. I'm interested to see a bit more of what you guys have going on, and then the fencing ace, whose name I've not picked yet. Well, we'll do that now. The guy who embarrassed you last time is doing so once again.
Took my damn loincloth off.
Let's see, what's his name gonna be? Human. He was a human. He is a male. Okay, that was the same last name, but I'll keep the first one. Oh no. That's too close to give me a good name, God. Here we go. This is the perfect name. Francis Laughingsteel is his name.
Francis Laughingsteel.
Francis.
Monsieur Laughingsteel.
Will, does he have a thick French accent, or the Arcavios equivalent of a thick French accent?
You just won't ever hear it when he talks.
I hate accents like that, where you never hear it when they talk.
You only hear the accent when he writes it out.
You only hear it. You only hear it when you imagine it in your head, because I can't do one. That's what I meant by that.
Ayla, his name it is Francis.
Yes, displeased to say, yes, his name is in fact Francis.
Call him Frankie. They hate it.
All right. Also, Laughing Steel can't be a real name, right? He made that up.
He made it up. Totally bullshit.
just whispering in the back of the class. This guy's like, getting his fencing ace on.
All the girls, like the 3 girls in the club. Well, probably more than that. All the girls in the club are like at the front, like, oh, Francis.
I'm sure that. I'm sure that she's in here. Where did I? Oh, there it is. Let me see if before I say that for sure. I'm pretty sure that this NPC is in this. Please give me skill. Whatever.
Yeah, things are getting pretty wet up there in the front row. Watching Francis.
Frankie!
Just from all the sweat. His opponent is sweating beads of sweat from fear.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's. Oh yeah, she would be in here. There is a female dwarf in this class, in this club as well. I'll go ahead and decide that now. Let me pull her up real quick, since I do have pictures for her too. Students and staff. Students. First year. Greta. Tour players.
Dunberg? I know her. Oh.
You went to school with her?
Dude, she's ripped.
She's also in the there is actually a lifting club. That is what
a bodybuilding
wanted
club.
to be in. Oh, yeah. But the first club in the line is the bodybuilding club because it's in alphabetical order. So that's how they catch them.
And every year they got like wimpy wizards who show up thinking it's like a levitation contest. Like, damn. Fucking lifting.
It's very confusing, guys. It's real confusing.
What do they want to be? Everyone's all turned around.
All these clubs, they need pictures on the backs behind their displays showing exactly what they do there. It's like...
No, I don't think that actually saved. Oh no, some of it did.
Saved against Fireball?
No.
Oh shit, we're dead.
Sorry, I had a...
Rip. Me and Mattia.
I started to make a...
This is too many dice.
Clubs and societies, yeah. I see that.
I'm a terrible human being also and can't remember what my extracurriculars were either.
The horticultural club and Future
Yep.
Architects.
Okay, yep, I got you. I'm gonna put that in my character sheet somewhere because it's importante.
Is Future Architects like Future Business Leaders of America? That they have in high school?
But that also exists too.
I like how nobody wants their sticker near the Student Mages of Faith sticker. Like,
that was more because I was trying to fill the block and then I stopped working on it.
That like the Student Mages of Faith is kind of an extreme organization.
yikes!
Moving theirs away.
Yikes! The Bodybuilders Club is so misleading.
Even the emblem, even the emblem is not helpful.
You're welcome. That's the only one that I made myself.
What can I say except
I did make the ancient art
and then there's
enthusiast club thing too.
There's the Iron Lifter Society, where it seems that's where Garrus wanted to go.
Also, the Mage Tower Cheer Squad's not a thing. I haven't decided how that's gonna work exactly. I don't like how the book.
You're taking away the cheer squad?
Garrus really wanted to be on the cheer squad.
It would be Silk Ball instead, and that would be like the game they play more regularly. It would make more sense to have it on like
the Silk Ball cheer squad.
But it's intramural. I don't know. I haven't decided. The book doesn't make it like it makes. it makes Mage Tower seem like, oh yeah, we have a stadium for it and everything, but like they play it once every once every 4 years that this event happens. Like, okay, what happens in the intermittent time with it? Kind of is what I have not figured out exactly how I'm going to implement it. Yeah.
See, I was thinking it would be like Blood Bowl, where it's like fantasy football.
No,
and there's
it
like...
is going to be that.
Okay.
It's just how frequent does it get played is the question. How do teams get decided? Right. How do all that? But it's also just it is. Yeah, it is very much like that.
It'd be cool if they were like each different college had a team and like they play every couple of weeks and like, oh, hold on, we got Eris.
I feel like
Anyways.
I would do it would be more based on your like there probably is going to be there is an official school team, but they also they can be challenged by just groups of people to like they're not necessarily the best people to do it. They probably are, but it is definitely you could have like a full wizard team that can potentially just wreck because wizards are wizards. It is definitely like a PvP style almost thing.
Are there any other schools we could play against?
No.
Or is it just Strixhaven?
Is there like a Bobatons?
No.
Termstrang.
Yeah.
I don't know these things you're saying because I don't know how to read, but yeah,
Right.
Something.
But Alar knows how to read.
Yes, thankfully my character can read.
And thankfully you can read exactly and only the words written on your character sheet, your physical paper character sheet.
Oh no! Someone read these to me.
And you memorized them.
Yes. So I
You ask them to make addendums for you when you level up, and
yeah.
Are they you? Are you someone?
Quick, speaking of level up, I am not able to level up my character in Foundry.
Yes, that was a thing that I had to realize. We will not be able to right now. I don't know
Cool.
why.
I'm gonna read the back of my character sheet.
Give you your hit points though. You should have 7.
My character's leveled up.
Yes, you don't have an issue with that one module that I am not going to say on stream.
Yeah.
Hello, Wizards of the Coast Attorneys. We
Pay to win. Pay to win.
We all buy our books here.
I mean, we do though. The thing is, I just want them digital.
See, Wizards, we're doing it up all above board. It's all legit. I own the book we all use.
You know, you gotta do both.
Yeah, you gotta pay for our
Right.
D&D Beyond stuff.
I did get both. I'm sorry. You're right. I should have shown both.
14 hit points, Alar?
I have 14 hit points because my Constitution's 14.
And I can't
If that works.
your armor right now, and it is working the way it should. Otherwise, we're not in a fight at this point. So
You have 14 hit points because your
That's-
Constitution's 14?
That's
I
right.
updated your hit points.
Alar's a
Now
thick
correct.
boy for a wizard.
Yeah, your hit
Thank
points are
you.
now correct, Veronica. I remembered that had not happened yet.
I thought you said 7, and I was like, why do I have less?
No. No. There were some people at 8 and 7 in the last fight.
Yeah.
8.
At max.
Okay. I don't think that.
Chess club's all that exciting.
No, Chess Club's really exciting, but I don't think that Iman and I have too much more to roleplay than.
It's not very cinematic.
Yeah, it's very exciting to us.
It is like a 3-tiered game. It is super complicated.
Yeah, every game takes 3 hours to play. It's just like Magic. You sit down and.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, no. Like you often you leave the club and play the game. Like you go back and play the game you were playing last time. Like you just restart.
Because it was designed by dragons who have millennia to finish chess.
Exactly.
Mm.
And they've also in the club room. Well, say they have like a save state. You can actually like save the game like so that other people can use those same. You don't have to leave the pieces set up.
Oh, like all the pieces remember their exact configuration. You could just like
you put in like the game
Well,
the game ID.
To see like
yeah,
famous
the game ID,
games
it goes
replayed
back,
to.
like, okay.
Yeah, you can watch
very
games replayed.
monotone. Like it gives you like it asks you, and it will actually list every. If you don't stop it, it will list every piece as it's
and its position.
But you just if you know it's your game ID, it's the game ID. But
Well, and you just is it just like it's all illusory, or it's a 3-tiered like wooden board with pieces?
There's both.
Okay.
I'm sure that you can like pull up famous games from history. Like, oh yeah, this was the 1182 final. This was like actually the Arcavius champion against.
And watch it like on 3 times speed in replay.
Yeah.
Professor's like, all right, so right here, this outstanding move. Let's run that back.
But like,
It looks like a horrendous mistake, but it is actually.
To understand what he did, we have to go backwards and then forwards. We have to go backwards 15 moves and then past it another 7 to understand why it worked like that. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I do agree. This is fascinating, but yes, it is very hard to roleplay.
Yeah.
Once you get through the headlights.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I want to like. I don't think in Innistrad we have 3-layered chess, so I spend the first club like just trying to catch up. Like 1-layer chess is
this can go
hard enough.
Diagonally up all 3, but it cannot take on the second layer.
Oh, that would definitely be a rule too.
Okay, all right. So
right, and then this one.
So it only is okay.
Right, it can take on first and third, but it cannot take
power on first and third.
Right. Has a defensive property on the second layer to where their I don't know the name in common for this piece, but this piece cannot take if it is in the same column as this, specifically on the second layer and on the third layer on the 4th rank. It's a very situational move. It's actually really great. There's a player called Tagnus Morrison.
Because oftentimes you wind up with those pieces there in a line.
Right.
As part of the general advance.
Yeah, so Tagnus Morrison used that move to actually win the world championship. Well, at least my world's championship for like 8 years in a row. It was kind of great. Before he decided he just wasn't going to do it anymore because there's no players that he could play anymore that he wanted to play against, which is just.
It seems like such a gambit because you would really put yourself in a huge disadvantage here with these pieces. In a general setup, if you saw this coming, you could position yourself to really take advantage of the opening in the back.
Right. But only if you do the Transcanabian opening. If you do the Mar-a-Lago opening, it's a little different. You don't actually have that weakness on the top rank, the top board.
The Mar-a-Lago opening. When the Mar-a-Lago opens,
yeah, you just hide a bunch of things in there, and then you say they're not there.
That never backfires for anyone ever.
Right.
Actually, you shred the pieces and make more pieces out of them.
Naturally, that
very confusing game.
So, Chavis heard you say, "This will not be fun to roleplay," and said, "Challenge accepted."
Fuck you.
I'll show you what's fun to roleplay and what isn't. That was I love that.
Yeah, so I will I'm a little bit miffed that I'm having to take direction from Iman, but also
as well you should be.
Because like I know how to play chess. I'm pretty good at chess. Like Innistrad chess is like Earth chess. So it's this is a real step up. I'm trying my best to grasp it.
Iman, after the club or whatever like that, Amon will rip out a sheet of his notebook and hand you. This is just everything we've just said, though. I know it's a lot to look over, but just to remember when we just talk about it. But for your reference, whenever we if we want to sit down and play a game one time, it's a lot easier just to have it to look at instead of remembering everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
And In the meantime, I would love a partner to play real chess. I'm sorry, simple chess.
I'd be happy to play that with you as well.
I think that simplicity of the game is perhaps understated, and it is more difficult because your pieces can do fewer things, but also it forces you to be a little bit more conservative and creative.
I get it to a fine beverage. There's nothing wrong with a good glass of tea, just a good warm cup of tea, and then sometimes you just want an aged wine, something a little bit more delicate.
My new personal goal, like on my character sheet, is to beat Iman at Dragon Chess.
Iman is oblivious to all of that.
Beat an elf who's been playing Dragon Chess his whole life at Dragon Chess, when I've been basically playing checkers.
And another thing that I will I'll say as well. I know that something that has been expressed to me is some interest in planeswalkers. You do know that there are at least 2 professors that are planeswalkers, specifically Liliana and Kazmina. There is also a 4th year from a plane called Theros, who is also maybe I'll say he's a 3rd year. His name is Nico Eris, and I just posted a picture of him in Discord because I don't have a card for him. Definitely in Quandrix. I just wanted to throw that in there for you. I had that thought randomly.
Iman is definitely trying to meet this man.
Yeah, so he does nothing competitive at all in any sense of the word. So that's just something you found out. Just for you don't really know why, but he is not has never done anything with Silk Ball, Mage Tower, and in like any club that might even have like a tournament or competition. He does not participate, but he is otherwise he's around the campus for sure. He's often I think he would live on the Quandrix campus, but that was just to give you a heads up of a character you might be interested in. That is a guy.
That's a guy.
There are also other students that are from other planes as well. There is at least one student from Theros in your year. In fact, you met them at some point. It was it's not the right Foundry thing.
His name's Daedalus?
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. Daedalus is
Isaac? Where are we in relation to actual Faerun timeline?
Doesn't matter. Isaac can be whatever he wants to be.
But yeah, that character seems to show up wherever.
And spoilers, he will.
He's like Sid from Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
He need not be himself to be himself.
I thought you were gonna say Ice Age. Sid the Sloth.
Melwithorn.
I've been told I look like him when I shave.
The Dryad that you met also is from Theros. That's straight up the only person that I've picked what plane they're from. Some of these other characters that we've met that have art like this are from other planes too. This is the only one that I've decided where they're from now, and it's because of the gods thing. This character is definitely in the, not that you maybe Masya probably has talked with this person. It's not person.
Hey, they're
not wrong in this. Personhood is means a different thing when you have different races like this. You probably have classes with them, for sure. Archrobotany for sure there, and yeah, just as a, you know a guy from, your group knows a guy who is from Theros, and maybe if you were trying to meet him, not everyone knows everybody from every place, but there's an in there. Sorry to derail that a little bit, but
that does make a good point. I think Alar will be interested in finding out more about how there are different gods on different planes, and they don't seem to be aware of other planes, and how that seems to contradict the whole idea of, omnipotence.
Oh, you're just gonna unravel theology in
a casual conversation.
The next 20 minutes. Sure.
No. That's a conversation that you can have. Doing that right. And it will be a long and drawn out, difficult thing to understand. But
it'll be a thesis paper.
What you'll come to find is that you know that your gods aren't. The gods of Kaldheim, they're not invincible. In fact, they do die. That was a big deal about 20 years ago when the World Tree almost died, and it was only the presumed dead elven gods, elvish gods, whatever is the correct terminology there, who were in the some kind of tree that I can't think of, that were able to reconnect with that and restabilize. So the idea of gods being all powerful is not necessarily there for you anyway.
Right. Given the stories that I even carry with me.
Yeah.
Don't.
They know it and understand it too. Like it's the oftentimes, and what you'll find here too is that oftentimes it is the people who do more of anything in most of these planes. And
hell, part of my
doing, it's more about
and part of Kaldheim's.
You go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just speaking of gods being fallible. Doomscar is a prophecy.
Yeah.
So all the gods will die. But again, like you said, it's because it's based on belief. If the people of Kaldheim didn't believe in the Doomscar, would it not take place?
So all of our clubs are done. And then
we can do kind of and just put us all together and kind of move to that place that
the tavern.
Yeah.
Or you could all meet me at work at the Fire Jolt.
Actually, I was going to put you in the Fire Jolt.
Hey, I work here.
And I will have a...
Yeah, it's like we hang out here because when Alar's like in between helping people, he can chit-chat.
And on Wednesdays, we were peak. That's not what I was going to say. Wednesdays, Alar's interested in being here because Aurora performs.
Works out all right for me.
Add a table. I'm sure that this map did not save its setting. Actually, no, we did just let's see how big. Yep. Nope. This map does not know how big things are. Second.
Can we get some less eerie music for the version? I will
Spooky Cafe.
I will intentionally order like the most obnoxious drink for Alar to make.
For Alar to make? Hold on. Do you order the most obnoxious drink on the menu? It is also the most expensive drink on the menu.
No, just like a drink that like is not necessarily overly complicated, but has like
and
it's not like a super
modifications.
fancy drink. Yeah, it's got all these like little.
I want a
takes,
triple grande, non-fat, low-carb banana smoothie with 4 shots of espresso, whipped cream on top, not on the bottom.
The thing you can order that like that in the real world is a frappuccino.
Please don't talk to me of those things ever.
If you order a frappuccino at Starbucks, they will probably be displeased if they were slow.
Mm-hmm. Kit and I know very well.
So I have heard.
That's what I basically order to have.
You order the Fire Jolt Frappuccino.
Yes.
I'll give you a big.
But I asked for it to be cold and not watered down though. So
do you want ice or no ice in it?
Only if you can put the ice in without watering it down.
Right. I've got just the thing.
He pours me a hot coffee. Charges me full price, pours me a hot coffee and pushes.
No, I'll make you your cold drink.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put some dry ice in it. Some really dry ice, the kind that won't water it down. You know what I'm talking about? Like the really dry kind of ice that doesn't have any liquid in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put some of that in this drink, and I'm sure my boss will be very displeased at what I'm attempting to serve to a paying customer.
It bubbles.
That's actually no. They use that for it would be there. It's there for a reason. You wouldn't be able to do that if it didn't have it.
Right, it's using some actual beverages.
Yeah. I did put on the same exact thing, I think. No, I didn't.
Finn, I don't believe this is quite off the menu what you've ordered, but I attempted to get you the driest ice that we have, so as to not water down your beverage. Now I will warn you, it's probably a little cold.
Yeah. Yeah, is this even drinkable? Is this like
I should add legally no. It's not a beverage anymore. It's now considered for all legal purposes a decoration.
Oh gosh, I'll put down a couple of silver to pay for the drink and push it to him. So just pour me a coffee. Thank you, Alar.
You're quite welcome.
As
Finn, I'm
always.
so glad you came to visit me. What do I owe the honor?
Oh, just hanging out after class.
Wonderful. I believe Aurora is performing today. So you in for a treat
Oh, is
there.
that right? We hadn't known because it's not like you've mentioned 3 times this week that
No,
Aurora's
I was
pouring.
afraid that you might have
performing
forgotten, and it's important
tonight.
to me that people arrive and see her perform, because if there's a thin crowd, I'll be a little displeased.
Yeah. I did pick up on that concern on Monday,
Right.
and then also twice yesterday.
Yes.
So fear not, I did hear you.
Excellent. And now you
You
heard it
have-
again.
You have such a way with words.
I've been told so, but hearing it from you means a lot.
Veronica will come skipping over. Hey, Amar, you got any
Veronica.
juice?
I have your usual, if you want it.
Oh, yes. But can I have it in a big cup this time?
I'll glance and see if my boss is looking, and there's no way I can do that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
She's distressed. Social cues are hard.
the Mandrake juiced smoothie.
Oh, yay! You did it! Thank you!
Without making a peep. Because I got yelled at a bunch when damn thing yelled at me last time.
You've gotten so good at this.
Thank you. It's a matter of when you uproot them, you have to hit them about the head immediately.
Like, how hard do you have to hit them?
Like with a ball-peen hammer. It's actually what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
They make
I got a couple of those.
Excuse me, may I have just a black coffee? Oh, Ayla! It's,
Come on. Oh, look,
good to
everyone.
see you.
Hold on. This is actually a critical part of the Mandrake process, and the damn thing's gonna start just
Veronica's already skipped away.
I would like to cast sleep.
I hope it worked. I don't know about the DM.
Okay. Roll 5d8.
Against, I guess, the average mandrake hit points.
I mean, but aren't you also in that cone?
Oh yeah. This is very poorly thought out. I have not cast this spell before.
Uh-huh. What?
21.
Yeah, you get the Drake, and then you will also
I have 14 hit points.
I have 15 hit points.
I said I left.
No, you're good. You're good. I know who it's gonna hit first. With the, would you place it kind of like on him, or like on all of on the or would you like to be away from you guys, or would you?
I intone and quickly cast the spell. It's all my magic is very much flavored like Mirror Dimension, Doctor Who, Strange, Mirror Dimension, and create these kaleidoscopian little fragments that drift through the air and kind of just mesmerize everybody in the area. But I'm Doctor Who Strange. I'm targeting the Drake, which is 5 feet in front of me. So, and I think it's 10 foot. Yep. No idea what I'm doing.
Let me go to your character.
I have 15 hit points.
Yeah, you're good. That's not what I was tracking your character for. I know who has the lowest. I'm looking at the spell.
Drake surprised with the fire jolt. Oh my goodness.
I can stop stream.
There's my favorite goblin.
Hi, I'm a goblin, in many different ways.
It is a 20-foot sphere.
Not a 20-foot radius sphere.
Uh-huh. And with creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose, so that means it would be a sphere. A 20-foot radius.
Damn.
So what happens here is the Drake falls asleep.
It's Mandrake, right?
Mandrake, yes.
I'll post an image of the thing I'm talking about.
No.
You can do some. You could choose a Drake too, I guess.
The measurement here is not actually a thing, so don't try to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, I guess I'm standing I thought I'd be standing over here by the bar.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to move to wherever you guys. Actually, yeah. I just kind of put you guys at a table.
I will have just walked up to try to get coffee.
Okay.
We're going to sleep.
No.
In the opposite of what you ordered, actually.
Yeah, so the Drake falls asleep, and so does another patron at the bar, and Amon. Actually, no, Amon cannot be put to sleep. So sorry, and neither can Alar. In fact, you do hit yourself. Yeah.
Amon starts running in his notebook. That's
so
very interesting.
How many hit points
does a Mandrake have?
Not more than 6.
6? And then the other patron at the bar?
Yeah, I was thinking that it would have 1. It is a young. I was thinking
Okay, but the other patron at the bar doesn't have more than 5?
And I will also note that Alar certainly hit this thing in the head with a ball-peen hammer very hard before he put it in.
I was looking at 6 as the number, not 15. Wait, hold on. 15 seems like it's. Oh, you have a D8 hit die, not a D6. That's why it's different.
Correct.
I'm the weird one.
So if you're wondering what happened, Drex, I ordered a drink, and then
no. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
It started screaming, and then I think he tried to put it to sleep, but all he had to do was ask me if he needed sleep, because I can sing people to sleep.
Apparently, I can also sing people to sleep. I'm actually gonna
drink your coffee. That's the opposite effect it should be having.
Amon's just making notes in his book. Interesting. Yeah. No. Oh no. On the desk. Thank you. And tries to catch Finn before he falls out of the chair.
I'm fine. I don't actually technically affect myself. I'm just a little drowsy. I came very, very close to putting myself to sleep. Oh gosh.
Fascinating.
And there is a guy that's head down on the.
Oh, there, buddy. Yikes! That's probably illegal.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, me neither. No idea what's happening here. Definitely. I'm gonna go sit down.
Oh, you know, they're
I'm gonna
definitely-
juice a mandrake for Veronica.
And it's about this time that Matsuya walks up to the bar, like as everybody's kind of walking off, and he's got this comparatively tiny notebook in his hand, and he's got one of the little self-writing pens, and he's talking, and he's talking about the magical properties of this plant. And he taps the guy on the shoulder. That's just like,
What? What just happened?
Are you okay?
You were.
You
He
were
was
asleep.
Why?
I just arrived. I'm not certain why you were sleeping at the bar. I just thought I would make sure that you were okay.
Amon is continuously writing down.
Yeah, he gets up. He was also. His friend definitely knows what happened that's sitting next to him. And he's not telling him at all. He just like looks over. And he gets confused and just gets up and walks out. I need to go rethink my
I
life.
apologize, friend. Ayla, hello.
Matsuya, wonderful to see you. Your usual?
Yes, the tall beer, the big one.
There's beer at the fire, Joel?
Sure.
Sure.
There is now, since Alar started working there.
I mean, it is the Bud Light. It's not. You don't. If you
Yeah, it's like the one they have there.
Yeah, they have they do have one. It's a college place. There's gonna be beer in the menu.
It's Pabst on draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Pabst on draft.
That's my new band name, Paps on Draft.
I'm sure it's already out there.
Is Ayla the only one that's working?
No, there's definitely other people working. He wasn't gonna order a drink if he was. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, yeah. Garrus is gonna go up to, like, he's not gonna be like spitefully. He's not gonna be spiteful. He's just gonna go to a different person who's probably the furthest away from Garrus.
I want to mention too, as you walk up, there is a very fancy glass cup in like a bronze like outer frame. You know, those fancy coffee cups that are just like glass in a brass frame.
Mm.
That is just like spewing coffee and foam because it has dry ice in it, and it's still just like overflowing and going, and it's just left on the bar. It's just like.
That is strange.
Yeah,
Your brother didn't take his drink, Garrus. Okay.
After like waking up to a bubbling coffee next to him and all this. I don't know what's going on.
Walks it in
People is crazy.
this close to him.
Yeah.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
For a second, he thought, like, wait, you were a tiefling. No. That was the come to it, because like he thought he lost no time, and then so it was like, wait, hold on, what?
So did Finn actually walk away? Is he not there anymore?
I'm over here at the table with Veronica, and I guess Matsuya's not over here.
Yeah, I would be still at the bar at this point.
Imam will just say to Ayla, Garrus is a bit strange. He seems to be avoiding everyone recently. Any idea what's going on with him?
If I had
Garrus!
I suppose I'll go fuck myself.
Garrus? Hello there, Garrus! Good to see you. Would you come over and spend some time? I have a question for you.
I'll give him a little wave.
I do not think he wants to speak currently.
Of course he doesn't. That's why I'm calling him over here.
One moment. I'm gonna order. Can I get a blood protein shake, please? Please add creatine.
Creatine.
It's hair. Your hair.
Yeah.
Extra fiber.
It is a stout. Nope. No, don't want to use that character because I don't know how that makes sense.
So like DMing behind the hood, you know?
Yeah, right.
Big Book of NPCs.
That's a wonderful book. I wish it were digitally available.
I need to get that one.
It's really great. I cannot recommend it enough.
Oh, I have the traps and whatever one.
Oh, the same authors.
I have that too. So you actually good. He even has a good quote. That's the best. Is they have quotes to get you into the this is what the character is.
Mm-hmm.
So the person you're talking to is a diminutive man. He's short even for a dwarf, with bushy red hair parted down the middle and a beard to match. He has a leather apron that keeps getting caught under his feet.
Excellent.
No, you're not from around here, are you?
No, but I imagine that most people are not from around here.
Fair enough. Now that I say it, I get to say it a lot. Do you have? No, yeah, you're good. He goes to a very specific spot. Again, they don't have in some of the places they'll have a better selection than others. But they definitely have a. He'll make it. Did not. When you go to taste it, drink it, you know that he did not add creatine, but it seems they probably don't have that. He doesn't tell you that he didn't, but he also didn't have it. So he didn't.
Here's the question. How many people come here asking for blood who don't require it?
I don't think I've ever had anyone actually order especially not what you just did. It was easy enough to mix in, I guess. No, I don't think that people typically. We don't give it in a bag like you can take out of here, or any containers. So like, if that's what you mean, like they're trying to figure out how to use the blood for something else.
No, I only asked because I have a card that says I'm allowed to have blood in my drink, so I'm just curious as to how often people are coming here asking to drink blood who don't have a card.
They don't, because you have to have a card. I saw you're with that group, and I knew that Alar had a friend that had a card. I think that must be you. If you're at ordering.
You're using this word, friend, and I would not say that is the relationship that we have.
I don't want to get into that. Have a good day, sir.
He's right. You know,
I'll
say to Mati and Elon, we're best friends.
Oh shit! I lost my
We're best friends. Blood brothers. Wait, too much.
This character's name is Iggy Rapasso, Cameron.
Are me and Iggy cool?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Once in need.
Yeah, you served on a front line together. The food line.
Yeah. Is he a student or does he just work here?
A student.
Yeah, that's what I said.
In his list of wants and needs, it's a day off. So there's that.
Okay, so he's certainly not a student because he has he's full availability, and they just schedule him all the time.
Yeah. He was a student at some point, but it seems like this is he just wanted to live in the college town, and he doesn't. This is good enough for him. He gets what he needs, but also to get what he needs, he has to work all the time. So it doesn't actually work out.
I will walk over to Iman. Yes, Iman.
I was just curious. How are you doing? How are your classes?
Fine. How are you? Classes are okay.
Really, I was curious. You seem like you have a handle on your physicality, and I seem to like that. What if you would care to share? Would you mind telling me what your training is? What do you do to maintain yourself?
And if you could even do me a favor and tell him over there. And I'll point to the table we're all sitting at. So I feel like we're going to be here for a while if you just start that right here. Customers lining up over there.
Yeah, there are a couple people like at the trying to get us just go to the bar to order, and you.
Ayla just told you to fuck off, man.
And as much as I adore hearing Garrus tell us about how he picks up heavy things and puts them down again.
Garrus turns around and just walks away.
What is going on here?
He's touchy.
Garrus.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Gary.
Oh,
I love it.
New fear unlocked. The
Just
look
don't
on
call
Deer's face was new fear unlocked.
What'd you get?
I'd prefer if you did not call me that name.
What name? What'd you get to drink?
Eric, come sit down with us. Come sit down with us, man. Just come hang out. I see we're talking to Alar. Did you guys kind of get past your differences?
I was not talking to Alar.
Oh.
Is that not Alar? Has he been replaced with a double?
No, I'm Iman. I'm Iman.
Talking would imply...
Oh, hi, Iman. Welcome to the conversation. Perfect timing. This coffee. Good fucking coffee.
So,
Don't know what he's drinking. It looks good.
It's a blood protein shake.
Oh,
why are you drinking blood?
It's good for
pretty
him.
color.
I'm a dampier.
Basically pink.
Oh, that's so cool.
Iman goes through his notebook and it's like...
It's not unmistakable from a strawberry daiquiri.
Bet.
Interesting. I didn't necessarily know that. Good deal. Good deal.
Sounds like a horse.
Oh, I wish if our father had been part horse, maybe we would have been centaurs and not.
I actually know a couple
monsters.
of those.
No, our father was a vampire, a leech.
A leash?
Leech.
Leash.
It's spelled leash, but you pronounce it with the hard CH at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
They are creatures
that's something I'm not supposed to say I want to be.
prey on no, those are lich.
That's a lich.
Oh.
We did talk about this.
You didn't.
I'm imagining it came up later multiple times.
Yeah, I like the mental image that we've had to have this discussion with Veronica.
Like, I found this out on Friday, and it's now Wednesday, and I've just been talking about it.
We did talk about this. You really know it's not a.
You've wanted to see if they.
It sounds like so much fun, though.
Oh, okay.
But I get it. If we wanna
I
be
have
friends...
a book that you should read.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
How about I read it to you?
Oh, like a bedtime story. Okay.
Right.
God. How do I unsubscribe from this friend group?
What is it?
You're here
Unsubscribe?
forever. Has Drex joined us in the cafe?
Yeah, there he is. He's walking in now. Drexel. Oh my God, hello. We're over here. Where have you guys been? I've been looking all over for you. Right here. Literally everywhere. You know, we told you we were going to be here because Alar's been trying to get us to come to the Fire Jolt on Wednesday night since Sunday. because his whatever is performing on Wednesday nights.
What day is today? It's Wednesday today?
Wednesday. Today's the day.
I
It's
don't
Wednesday,
think you're
my
right.
dude.
I don't think you're right. I don't think it's Wednesday.
I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday.
Does Amon have a cool pocket watch that he can assemble and show Drex?
Assemble first. It's in pieces. He's like, pull it. Hold on.
You can actually see here, it actually keeps track of the time and the moon phases and the other moon phases. And
I'm skeptical because you just put all that together. So, like, how do I know you didn't modify the results?
Yeah, I don't know.
it's because I'm good at what I do. I have the instructions right here. If you want to take a look at this in page, let's see.
No, I'm going to hire a
Rifle Silver.
third-party company to go through and make sure.
No
you
one
have
is
it
touching
tampered with.
my.
I mean, this
Well-
sounds like a smart people thing, and I trust him on smart people things. So,
I've just been really busy. I'm sorry. What's up?
Yeah, I know problem. It's been, first week of classes. It's been busy.
then put someone to sleep.
Why do you do that?
Well, that's a very strong. The language there is. It implies
I'd be really
that
upset if you put
It
me to sleep.
implies,
It was because
implies
my drink was
accuracy.
screaming.
Your drink was
That's
screaming.
true. It was entirely self-defensive.
I don't
It
understand.
wasn't self-defensive.
It was very self-defensive. I did almost put myself to sleep. It's a new spell.
Oh,
I'm
Is
not
it called
super
sleep?
familiar with it. Well, some people might call it that.
I think I would call
It's
it
a little
that.
boring,
Very
but sure,
practical.
sure.
Can you cast it on this thing?
No, actually, I've learned recently I cannot cast it on a thing.
Is
It
Drax
happens
just
to an
holding
entire
the cat?
area.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, you have a
yeah,
pet?
Yeah,
No, I
Would you
just
like to
found
meet
this.
Chessa?
yeah, that's
Yes, I would love to.
straight up. That's exactly. He just
It looks like an Airways.
I would love for you to meet Chessa. And
Yeah.
Mom will snap his fingers, and in the palm of his hand, the smallest duck appears, and he's like he's a white Aflac duck with like the beard, and he is just the sweetest. He comes in and turns around and like pulls his wings out and puts his neck next to my neck and gives me a hug. Oh, thank
Oh my
Chessa,
God.
Chessa. Oh,
That's like
baby.
Hold on. Are we
I
showing
thought
off?
eagerly too. I definitely thought eagerly as well.
Are we showing off new pets?
This is not a new pet. No, not at all. Chessa's been with me for quite some time.
Well,
But I would
I
love to see your pet.
have a new. Well, I. Damn it, Will.
Yes.
not
Good.
Hashtag not a
Yes.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Well, I'm not sure that I would call him a pet per se, but we have a special bond, and I hold out my hand and produce flame, and it starts off as a normal yellow flame, and as I squeeze my fingers together, it becomes blue, and then from that leaps a small blue flame onto the floor.
Why are we trying to cast spells?
And then-
We're trying to set fire to the building.
From that blue flame,
It is called the Fire Jolt Cafe.
from that blue flame springs this fox with white fur. And every so often you see this blue flame ripple down his back to his tail.
His name is Mozilla.
Whoa, whoa.
What?
Amon pulls Chessa back. Oh, delightful.
And I hold out my hand and he crawls up my arm and kind of like nuzzles into my shoulder a little bit.
Does that not burn?
No. I thought it was strange at first as well, I guess, but no, it doesn't, but at least not me.
Interesting.
So, does this Firefox have a name? Mozilla?
I'm not sure how you guessed it.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I actually had considered naming it Mozilla.
Oh goodness.
Drex,
So-
where did you find this cat?
Well, I
It's
mean,
my cat now.
just outside. I like what you're doing with its paws there. That's really good.
It is so happy about it.
That's good.
Yeah, so Drex, I forgot that you and you have the same job as Finn does. You were doing statuary repair today. That's what you kind of like. You got distracted working, and got yelled at for working too long.
It's typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not approved for overtime, son.
Exactly. And really,
I'll just do it for free. That's fine.
Get out of here. Go enjoy your formative years with your friends.
I don't know what that is.
Sid is now
It's
your
Sam
boss.
Elliott. It is Sam Elliott. Go, don't miss this crucial part of life.
Is this Chung?
Here now.
Is this like Chung in his younger years before drugs? Like, what is this?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're good. Osgear now. I have to kind of emulate that because I think I love that. Osgear is the person in charge of statuary repair. Yeah, on your way back from that shift of this
Sam
job,
Elliott.
you found a cat.
Yeah, I mean, just wandering around. I mean,
Yeah, it let you pick it up, which is wild for just a cat. Oh, actually, no. I think that never mind. This is actually a cafe cat. This is not a cat cafe, but it is the cafe's cat. So you didn't know that necessarily when you picked it up, but
That's supposed to go here.
yeah, it belongs here. You did not bring a cat.
I imagine AJ's
Yeah.
AJ is getting a cat from very high.
I just
away,
found
yes.
this one. It is not happy
Super
about being
happy.
held.
It is super happy.
Those aren't to hold.
Ow.
Those live here for the mice.
Yeah,
I'm not a mouse. It just tried to kill me like one.
this is what happens when
Ahmad will.
when Mozilla gets
Cold.
Yes.
Ahmad puts Chessa down on the table and she just sits there and looks at him. Just pets the duck.
So someone's supposed to be performing tonight. That's why we're here.
Yes, a wonderful. You actually have seen her once before. Her name is Aurora. She is delightful.
I know Aurora. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you say Aurora was in? We have the same job?
Yes. She went too far.
She went too far.
Yep. She
Hating that.
Yeah, she is a Strixhaven Stadium groundskeeper.
Okay. So
She did
I'm going.
perform last week as well.
Let me retract my statement.
It's gonna happen.
I know.
I'm excited for
I
it.
know who Aurora is. We spent plenty of time together in the evenings.
Well, that's wonderful. Wait a damn second.
16 intelligence.
You realize
He's
that at
getting
least-
there.
You realize that while he doesn't talk to you much, at least part of what you found out about Aurora was actually from Garrus, who has been trying to like mess with you for a little bit. Garrus knew that he knew what he was doing here too.
So our boy Alar has a 16 intelligence and an 8 wisdom.
Yeah.
Garrus, are you still sore about me taking those on-kegs down?
What are you talking about?
Those on-kegs, the 2 on-kegs that we fought together, the ones that you did land a hit on, that I killed both of.
Is Garrus standing at the bar now?
Let me first state
Or is
that I did
Alar
land
standing next to us.
that I
That's what
did
I'm curious
land
about.
a hit
Okay.
Alar came
on one of them.
Alar brought Drex a drink that he knows is his what he would drink.
I
also-
did land a
Thank you.
hit on one of them,
Oh,
and no, I'm not upset about it.
Alar,
right.
Alar. The key is to not be so direct. If you just ignore it for a day or two, usually.
Well, I invited him to come with me to the Order of the Blade so I could show him a few fighting forms so that he wouldn't miss so often.
Yeah, that was a bad
I do not think I need assistance from you, Alar.
Well, Mattia came with me, and he's been doing fantastic. He's been doing better than me, actually. I believe Mattia kicked the hell out of me the last time he sparred.
That is arguable, but
He literally did kick the hell out of you.
I wish someone would kick the hell out of me.
Like, flashback.
Okay.
It's a
What?
Use your whole body. Kicking is very viable in a fight. If you
I'm-
the right.
I have devil blood. It's a thing. I wish that someone, the devil blood. Never mind.
Your devil blood.
That was rude and uncalled for.
AJ, what is
You
Drex's
said it.
drink of choice that he comes to the fire jolt for?
Um,
Taylor brought it to him, whatever it is.
Literally, the most caffeinated thing that exists.
Oh no. Okay.
Red
yeah.
eye.
Triple
It's,
shot.
So that one time at the Starbucks at Winthrop, and the dude made me something called a bitch slap, and I've never had so much caffeine in my life.
Let me tell you something. I went once
I'm
to
sorry.
Optimus Hall with Jerry, and he got a coffee from this like Cuban bakery, and
I think it's called a No,
shortly after he drank this coffee,
Cuban?
a
it may have
Cubano.
been.
I think shortly after he drank this coffee, he informed us all that he could hear colors.
Well, I hear colors all the time.
Yeah, it
I
was.
That is
it
actually a
worked.
very normal thing that happens to baristas that just drink coffee through their shifts. I hear that a lot.
It was great. It was pretty. I felt my body entering a new state of being because of the sheer number of caffeine in that small cup.
Accelerating past.
Yeah.
So good.
What is time?
Exactly.
I guess what Alar brings Drex is a nitro cold brew injected with 3 shots of espresso. And
Can someone ask for that?
once again, Drex,
Sure.
I do need to note that
$23.
legally what I'm giving you is considered a prescription medication for insomnia.
Well, I mean, listen,
Narcolepsy.
it's kind of what I have anyway. So, I mean,
No,
I could
it is
just
for insomnia.
I could just order them all separate if you didn't feel that way. You wouldn't feel bad about it. Like I could just like
No,
I could.
I know with your physiology, this is going to go away from you in an hour. Just legally speaking, telling you what the cafe has told me to tell you. Also, as your friend, your heart rate can't. How long do goblins live?
I'll watch
I
him.
mean, long enough.
Oh,
He'll be okay.
To be
Thank you,
fair,
Ron.
you also served me a drink that was not legally a drink.
My
You told
coffee
me
was
you
fine.
didn't want
Art
the
piece.
ice to. You did not want the ice to water your drink down, so I got you the driest ice we have in the back.
And notice that he intentionally gave that to you without much warning, and then just gives Drex something all the
Well,
warnings.
Sergeant General, I know. It's like he just.
That drink is on the menu for a reason. It is for a professor in Lorehold called Beverlina Brighteye. That I've just. She is. It's believed that she doesn't actually sleep. Probably.
That's
She has a big ass spellbook.
Sleeping is for the weak.
Yeah. She's a core.
What does that mean?
It's
It's a
a
race.
race
It's a
from
nerdy
Magic the Gathering.
race. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're essentially humans, but they're not. I don't really know exactly what the difference is, but that just happens.
Their
That's why
skin
she
is literally
Yeah, that's why she is
the
Alabaster.
palest thing it can be. Yeah.
And males have skin beards.
Don't like that.
They're called
Okay.
barbles.
They're called barbles.
That makes me more
Or skin
uncomfortable.
beards. It's called
Cat.
barbles.
Did you get any rocks recently?
Yeah, you want to see them?
Yeah.
So, you know how we go around and we repair the statues and everything? Sometimes some of the rocks fall off, so I like to keep them because they're historic and I can't put them back at least yet. Maybe one day I can, but right now I can't, so here they are.
Wow.
You are supposed to put those back.
You can't. It's impossible. I tried.
It's not. I've done it. Okay. Alright. It's fine.
Well, maybe you can help him put him back.
I would love to, but see, I also get paid to do the same thing he does, so I have like my own list of statues I have to repair in the day.
Are
I
you saying
can't.
I'm bad at my job?
No, I would never say that out loud.
Okay.
8.
Look, I'll take 2 pieces and put them together and cast mending.
Takes a minute. He does eventually. He has like a hovering kind of like fractals going around it.
I like to think that like where they connect, they kind of like the actual connection space looks almost like a Rubik's cube. The rocks seem to like split into cubes and spin, almost like the bricks to get into a Diagon Alley, where they connect. They just.
It's like the reverse of when someone's really strong in anime and the ground gets all cubic around them when they hit it.
Yeah. And then eventually, like the right combination of the Rubik's cube of the connection where the 2 rocks come together, like kink, 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 row by row, it corrects itself, and they are in one piece at the end.
Do I have that cantrip?
I believe you do. If you don't, you made a mistake, and you probably should act. You probably do.
Yeah,
in fact,
I
will
think
revise
I
your character and
do.
You have it.
Yeah, I don't.
Flavored as a tube of super glue.
Your cantrip's listed here, and I can't.
Yeah,
find it right now. But yes, you do have. You do. I'm
Right.
sorry. I did not make any choices for you. I imported everything that I could without making any choices when I brought everything in. Yeah,
Oh, good.
You have mending, but
I can't actually see that character sheet, by the way, still. But
Able to.
Cameron North.
Okay, you're logged in as AJ, right?
Yeah.
There's no other options for you to be logged into. Anyway, but
My rival's name.
Everyone, you can all click your characters, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cameron, can you click your character?
I mean, all of Taylor's stuff is, other than studded leather armor, is correct on the sheet.
Okay, what? Okay, fair enough.
You could if you went to, but you only have one screen.
I do. I tend to stay on this screen for Discord, and then I'll flip to that when it sounds like you have put something I need to see on the other screen.
I cannot see my character sheet, but that is fine.
It's fine. You don't really have anything on there actually right now anyway because
You don't have anything on your character sheet. You're nobody.
Yeah, we can deal with that later.
Yeah.
Well, if you're just gonna do it like that, I mean, I can do that too. And I'll hold 2 together and do the same thing. Mine is actually just like super glue, but it's like a little tiny spectral hand comes out, and there's a little tiny spectral thing of super glue that just goes around it, and I just.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's how you should be repairing the statue. The statues. I thought that was a cool job.
Really,
Did I miss something?
It's okay. Yes, you could kind of do. You could do it like that, but I mean, why do it that way when you could actually like put it together yourself? You know what I mean? I mean, technically, it's the same thing, really. But it's different when you use your own 2 hands instead of the little spectral hand with the super.
Igneous amounts of heat and melt. I'm confused.
Brix, I think you should make your own small, tiny statues.
You know,
Create new art from what has fallen from previous.
I
I
will.
like that.
Minor illusion. A statue of Drex in the most heroic posture, resplendent in armor, with a massive sword 3 times his size held out in front of him. Yeah, just like this. Just build this.
Okay, I'll do it right now. Can I have those rocks back?
Yeah.
Thanks. I guess it's just 1 rock now.
Hearing this, your grandpa jumps out of your bag.
What?
Hey, Graham.
And like
Hey,
volunteers
Pops.
as tribute to be the statuesque portion for that. So all you have to do is make the sword.
Okay, alright. Great, this works just fine. I'll start
Wait.
doing that thing with either tools or magic.
I think
Excuse
that
me.
Jonathan thinks that his grandfather actually climbed out of his bag. Can we get a little clearer?
Kind of.
This is
So,
true.
So this is a thing that you've encountered before. Drex, as an artificer and a future battlesmith, has crafted a small statue of his grandfather, and statues kind of functions similar to the paintings in Harry Potter. If that's enough information, his grandfather is dead.
Yeah, they have like an imprint of
Okay.
personality.
But this is this is his deceased grandfather that is sticking around to hang out with his grandson. He was also a professor at Darkhold.
Hi,
I knew
Gramps.
that part.
So I don't know what types of magic I have access to make this happen, or if I'm just gonna have to use like tools.
Yeah, and you're proficient with the correct things. I know you definitely have Mason.
I'd be happy to roll a dice about that.
You can. So I can tell you that your stats don't reflect this. You definitely have a 16 in intelligence, though. So you can make a. I'll go ahead and actually just put that in here. 16. You have a 16 in intelligence. So you can make a. Let's do it. If you want to make, I just go on your sheet, make an investigation check, just so it's easy.
I still can't see my sheet, so what's my bonus?
You're right. So if you want to roll a 20 and add 5.
Great. Oh, that one.
You try to work with this stone, but it just you were right. It wouldn't go back. There is a reason why you kept these stones. They were very brittle. You found a replacement material. That is what you've mostly been doing, if you can, to fit in, to meld into things, which in and of itself is not exactly how the mending cantrip works, but you've been able to. That's what actually took you so long. That's why you were on your ship longer, was because you were doing it the hardest way possible, while still using magic. It actually took some.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. So yeah, the stone you have is just very brittle. You try to chip it, and every time you chip it, it's not the sword. It just won't be big enough until you have just a bunch of shards of rock instead.
Yeah, you know, you got me really excited. But yeah, this, like I said, this wouldn't go back.
Okay.
It was a valid attempt. Attempt.
I mean, you could probably do it, Gramps, but you know.
This is a short sword. And he like takes and it's about the
Registers a shard of rock. Yep.
And he does the pose as best as he can that he had. Like,
Veronica will use a little bit of sparkle to add sparkles to the stance.
Oh.
And just kind of like toss it at him.
Literally brilliant. Pew, pew, pew. Haha.
Magnificent.
One day I'll be able to make one of those.
Hey, Motsy, is your fox gonna bite me if I try and pet him?
You know, this is the first time I think I've actually had him around a group of people. You could try, but I make no
Just gonna
guarantees.
like start jumping and try and reach.
Okay.
Make an animal handling check. Also, you finished, but you were gonna say 2.
I didn't know if you were gonna take it or I was going to. That works.
Handle that animal.
So.
Did I do it?
Probably
Can't
not.
see anything.
It's an 8.
8.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
So
I rate.
It definitely it opens its jaws and it like you feel its teeth on you, but it's just like it's not biting you. It's just kind of like letting you know that it could. Like,
Okay.
just gnawing.
Yeah, like that.
I think it's hungry.
Eyeing his book as well, since I'm taking the art and tome shredder for this. At some point, the dog's gonna eat your homework. Count on it.
Yes.
Uh,
He's hungry for those books.
I think
You should feed
I think
it.
that Tome Shredder is actually from Strixhaven too.
Yes, it is. They're a menace to society.
Yeah, there are definitely people who are like, you, what? But you don't. As long as you don't take it out in the library, people don't really care.
Do whatever you want to it in the library. Whatever you want to it.
Careful, that's not how that's supposed to work.
Yep.
Well, maybe one day he will warm up to you.
Ha ha.
Was it a pun?
It's not. It's kind of restless too, but it is staying like on Matsuya's shoulders and going on its head too, like sitting on his head, like occasionally, and just like standing on him. But it has enough surface area that it has no problem. Foxes can do that with humans very easily if they are accustomed to them.
All right, Alar. When does Angela or whoever?
Her name is Aurora.
Right. When
Angela.
did she come on?
Aurora. You
Taken
gotta listen, Drex.
Aurora?
7. Yes, Drex,
Yeah.
I've actually invited you to this a few times this week. I'm glad I continued to invite you. I believe you may have forgotten, had I not.
I'm sorry, I'm really all over the place, to be honest.
That's all right. I've been reminding everybody. No, my friend Aurora will be on later. She's going to be performing. She's enchanted.
Your friend Alora, is that like your friend
Enchanted.
Eris? Your
For AJ,
She
Once
you know,
again,
I just
better friends than Garrus and I are.
posted in case you forgot.
oh, she's a little edgy.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why does she?
Oh, edgy.
What did that person's face actually remind me of? Someone I know. Who does that remind me of?
Yeah, I know. Same.
Oh. Wait? No.
What were you gonna say? Please say what you were gonna say.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, I don't want to either, and I think it's for the same reason. Okay, we'll close this now.
Interesting.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Just for
If you know it, please say it.
no, you're fine. We don't need to. We'll do a cleanser here. 1 second. Here you go.
Just a new image to overcome it. Yeah.
Here you go. Got you.
Ah.
Yeah. That's a good picture.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good
go to
one.
my friends at the table. I'm gonna
Mhm.
drag myself away from my work. If I'm not mistaken, it should be on around 7. And conveniently enough, I get off at 7. Wouldn't you know?
Did you plan that?
Oh, well, a coworker of mine named Iggy was helpful enough to take my shift after 7. I told my boss I shouldn't be scheduled after then, but thankfully he needs the hours. So
Well, that's weird because Iggy was already on. So is he now doing his shift and your shift?
well, he was meant to go at 7. He got here.
Oh, so he's playing a double.
He got here at 7. That's right, in the morning.
Oh, oh my God! That's forever.
Oh, he
Yeah.
loves his job. He told me he wouldn't mind taking it. I didn't.
Jobs are terrible. Yeah, imagine just spending all day trying to you put rocks back together, but failing to use magic to do it.
Okay, but that's not a job.
Wave at Iggy as he continues to trip on his leg.
All right, extra strong tips for Iggy tonight.
Hey guys, what time is it? I feel like it should be 7 now.
It's 7. Aurora goes on and plays. I don't have another song to put on this week. I apologize. I exerted all of my D&D themed songs that I had one of last time.
Oh, one of them.
We can all imagine how great it must sound.
It's a hurdy-gurdy. Again, she also does play other instruments too. She does at one point play the piano, but it seems like her hurdy-gurdy is enchanted to do more than what it should do. It does and she does use some magic to double her voice every now and basically she has a loop pedal,
Nice.
and then definitely takes advantage of that. And it is, you can see too, like she is sequencing it very much like you would see someone today using a loop pedal in a performance. She's planning, like building her song as she
Her harmony
goes.
up, yeah.
Enchanting.
Does she make eye contact with anybody in the audience?
Yeah, her boyfriend
but-
at the other table.
Francis.
Also, she did come to the last time instead of going to talk to Francis, so there you do have that for you, but you also now are worried about somebody else that ends with us.
Is Francis Cletus? Is
No.
Francis here?
No, both of them are.
Francis and Cletus are here?
Yeah, Cletus can be here too.
Oh.
Fuck
Cletus
that guy.
is the bravest man I know.
You've met with that class. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. You would not have met that with that class again yet. Oh no, it meets Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You didn't have a Monday class that week, so you've met with that class at least twice more, and he has been like sheepishly avoiding you. Like he thanked you very like coyly and
Timidly, yeah.
Yeah, timid. That was the good word. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. But like has not actually talked to you guys since then, and it's gonna keep
Baylor
himself
thinks
in
he's
that
the man.
class.
He walked up there and touched that bug.
He also saved Alar from a tongue lashing by being the first one to the front.
I will surreptitiously like kind of scoot around to the back of our little friend group and like tap on Iman's shoulder while everyone. Where's the stage?
Where the piano is. Imagine there being a bit more space than. Actually,
Uh,
that's not a full. It's like a half wall. Like we'll say that this is raised a little bit more. Like even though it doesn't seem that way.
okay, we can. It's like over the bar. We're watching her over the bar.
Yeah. You're not watching, listening more than watching, really. And you could have got better tables too, probably. But
I was about to say like this
there
looks like
actually
an
really are not
interior
better
room.
tables. Yeah, it's not. It's more of a. She doesn't care to be watched necessarily. She cares more with people hearing.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So I will scoot around. I was just making sure I wanted to be like where everyone else's attention would be over here if I'm over here.
Yeah, you're good.
And I will tap on Iman's shoulder. And like
Yes.
minor illusion, a chessboard.
Ivan sighs. Relief comes over his face.
I will spin it. White moves first.
I will play the subsequent moves.
You can do the Mar-a-Lago opening.
No, this is regular chess. That'd be ridiculous to try to play that
You're
outside
right.
of Dragon's chess.
Yeah, it just doesn't translate.
No. I'll go for a Grunfeld and call.
Well, I have to head out because I have an
Yeah,
early
I was about to say,
morning
we
tomorrow.
are getting. We already passed time. I wasn't gonna. But we are getting there. I know that we got some sleepy boys in that middle row of our video call. So we will. Everyone, can I have you for like 2 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
As the performance goes on, and as you guys, you are now all off of work. And you hear from a table. You hear some murmurs from one of the tables around you. There's some murmurs of curiosity ripple through this cluster of students at that table. And one of them's laughing obnoxiously almost to the point that it kind of draws your attention. He motions to Alar and like just anyone who wants to listen. All right, you gotta see this. He laughs a little bit. We found these weird frogs and snuck them, and the the fireside lounge back here, towards the back.
Say less. I'm interested. I'm gonna sit down at the table.
We're gonna race the little hoppers. Come, we're gonna. Once she's done, we're gonna get back there and come on. We'll do that. Come on. Before any professors find out. And that's where we're gonna end.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely entreat an employee of the Fire Guild to.
They understand him enough. They've already quickly found out that Alar doesn't really have any qualms against any shenanigans.
Is it? Are you racing toads? Is that what?
That is specifically racing. Yeah, we're gonna race the little hoppers, is what they said.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Alar has ever heard of a shenanigan that he wasn't immediately